Alright, hopefully everything's working. I've changed a few things in here, but I still need to make it a lot better. But my name is Sassy, or it's Sassy Man. These are going to be my predictions for the third round of the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice 2019 Major. So basically we're getting into the 1-to-1 stages and the 2-0 and 0-2 stages. So the first matches of this night will be all of the best of ones, and be sure to be there on my stream. I will be streaming this. I'm just gonna do a cooking stream because it's just part of my schedule. Gotta do that, and then I'll be back to watching the major. But basically, so it's gonna be the best of ones first, which are the 1-to-1 teams made in Brazil versus G2. Now G2, they're pretty sure they started off, they lost to Navi pretty dominantly and then beat Big. Same with MIBR, losing pretty dominantly and then winning pretty comfortably against Complexity. But honestly, I reckon this is going to be a good game for G2 to win it for me. Those Shocks and Kenny, they both have to step up. I just don't see it happening, and I'm going to go with my gut. Made in Brazil should be able to take out this game pretty comfortably. Now, going into the next game, we do have FaZe versus Avengar. And I mean, Avengar, honestly, they're the clear underdogs here. They lost to Liquid. They did beat NRG. Which, I mean, I did say that NRG, they didn't have the most convincing run getting into the major, so they were finally going to get tested. They're actually in the 0-2 pool at the moment and could potentially get knocked out of the major already, but I still see FaZe, you know, they're clear favourites here. They lost to Renegades pretty closely. I mean, there were some questionable things about their setup. You know, Rain and not playing in the pit position, which he's really renowned for, but I don't know, we'll just have to see. But I reckon FaZe, they're the favourites in this game. They'll win this one comfortably. Now, Vitality versus Cloud9. This should be an interesting game. They didn't meet paths at the new challenger stage because of the seeding, but they finally will be up against each other, which this should be an interesting game. But I don't know, this is a 50-50 game for me. So there's an info card at the top. I don't know if it's this side or that side, but click it and make your vote. I'm gonna have some for some of the closer games, but I reckon, I don't know, they lost to Navi in overtime, so I'm going to believe in Vitality. You know, Cloud9 getting 16 owed. I'm going Vitality, but this will be a closer one. Again, this is going to be an interesting game. NiP versus HellRaisers. I mean, HellRaisers, they did beat Ents, which I'm disappointed. I believed in Ents for a bit, but you know, this is going to be, I reckon it's going to be a pretty close game. I do favour NiP. However, if the Woxic they show up, they'll be able to take down NiP. But I mean, you know, NiP, they did have a close game with Liquid on Overpass, you know, taking down NRG on Nuke. They're looking good so far in this stage. I mean, HellRaisers, they got crushed by Ents. They did beat crushed by FaZe, excuse me. They did beat Ents in the end, but will that be enough? I do see NiP favourites here, but I still see this one being as a close one, so do tell me your thoughts. And now we're going to head in to the best of 3 games. And the first one, Astralis versus Renegades. Now straight up, we're just going to throw all the analysts out the window. Any logic, Renegades are going to win this 2-0. And they're just gonna do it, but honestly, Astralis should be able to take this one out. I mean, it is still group stages, but they've looked pretty solid so far, taking down Complexity and completely crushing Cloud9. I mean, the last time these teams did play, it was at Katowice last year, I mean, obviously this is the best of one, and there's a lot of time, a lot of roster changes, but they had an 11-4 half, and then they lost 2-12 on the next half. But you know what? I'm gonna say Renegades are gonna win this 2-0, and there's gonna be a nuke in there, and Renegades are gonna break the streak. Anyway, Ents versus Big. Now this is going to be a good game, I reckon, because, you know, Big haven't looked too good so far in this new Legend stage, losing to both of the French teams. And then Ents, on the other hand, losing to Renegades and HellRaisers. So, you know, Ents did look good in the new Challenger stage. I reckon this is a make or break, because I feel like one of these teams, you know, they can both make the major, they can both make the playoffs. So whoever wins this one for me will be able to do it. This is another 50-50 for me, so I'll put an info card up there. Tell me your thoughts. I might even put one for the Renegades game if I have enough room. But I mean, everyone's going to pick Astralis. But then the next one, NRG versus Complexity. I reckon NRG should win this, but at the same time, they have not looked good at all since they've been, like, they had a win streak, Vici, Tyloo in the new Challenger stage. Soon, they played Nip, a Vanguard, and they've lost both of them. Like, they haven't looked too good in this stage, but I reckon Complexity, they're not that good. Is it possible that Complexity can pull it out? It's possible, but I don't see it happening. NRG should take this one 2-0, but you never know what we'll be able to see out of this Complexity side. But either way, whoever wins this, it's going to be another North American team in the new Challenger stage next major. Wait, so do you have an announcement? Oh, okay. But going into the last game, which is Liquid versus Navi. Now this is going to be a good game. You know, Navi, with all the issues surrounding them, you know, they're still being winning the games that they're meant to be. They're still a top 3 team. Like, I don't get why people underrated them so much because of all this drama. They've still got a Simple, they've still got an Electronic, they're still a good team. But Liquid, on the other hand, they've been, you know, they haven't, I don't know, I guess they've been tested a little bit. You know, a Vanguard did play a good game against them, beat Nip as well, but, you know, they're still comfortable wins. Whereas on the other hand, you know, Navi taking down G2 pretty comfortably, and then a close game against Vitality, able to win it out in the end. But this one is up in the air for me, but I'm going to say Liquid will win this 2-1. But I feel like it could go any other way. So again, info card, go vote on that one. And those are my thoughts on this round of matches. I've been impressed so far. I think I got like some, the 50-50 games that I said were 50-50, I got those ones wrong. But most of them I got pretty right. This is probably the one that I got wrong the most. Completely. HellRaisers won a game, so I'm disappointed. But that's it. Those are my predictions. So give this video a like. Be sure to check out all my other content, and yeah, thanks for coming.